here we are at letter K. I'll be honest with you, I considered leaving this section out of the piece. I like it a lot when Rihanna and Calvin Harris do it, but I wasn't sure if it would translate, and I had some trouble kind of figuring out what to do with it. I took it a little bit of a different direction. They just do this thing over and over. And that's basically what I've done for the first 4 bars of this. But I thought to make it a little bit more interesting, I would change octaves, do a little kind of fancy stuff. So at letter K, I have... I don't know why. Just seemed more interesting to me. Kind of goes from the top down in steps and makes the whole thing just a bit more interesting. Notice the dynamics I put in there, real fancy, right? All right, so we've got the basic bowings figured out. We've got the D's all kind of hammered out, the dynamics, blah blah blah. And then what happens? Well, as you know, she comes back with the same line again. But we're violinists, so maybe we can figure out a way to make this sound kind of cool, and I chose to go kind of this light route where I have the D's over and over again. Now, if you've ever studied solo Bach, you know that when there are 2 lines like this going on, you have to assign a different character to each one. And this is exactly the same as that. We're going to have 2 characters. So I want you to kind of think of like this bottom line kind of sinister, okay? And then this upper line is kind of innocent, okay? So we're going to try to have a really sinister and then kind of eyebrows raised a little bit, like innocent, who, me? It's a little hint of the D, but not enough to go back to sinister. Okay, just for a second. Innocent. Innocent. Same thing, innocent here. So we're really going for this kind of like light pecked, like a bird pecking on the upper stuff, and on the bottom stuff, on the low D's, just real dark and like, I don't know, just like make it sound naughty for a second there, and then real light and fun on top. Oh, by the way, I use this 4 to a harmonic. You could do any fingering there. You could shift. Those are all fine. I'm just always looking for different colors and different ways of saying the same thing so that it sounds more interesting. So feel free and change stuff like that, and then make a video and show it to me, because I'd be curious what you did with it. So. Was that a tune? Oh yeah, so there is kind of a hard shift. You have to go up on the A string because you can't play those at the same time if you have it on the E string. So don't go. So that was measure 76 where we have. And these bowings, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, it's just kind of cutesy bowing, you know. You could go down, up, down, up, down, up, down is fine also, so. basically gets us to letter L. What do we have 2 before L? Is this kind of chromatic, and it could be fun to kind of go like, if you want. It's totally fine. It's unwinding and really a huge kind of lightening of everything, because then we're going to nail it at L into this kind of like hard rock version of this recurring theme that we've been messing with. So this is top of page 4, measure 79. I use a specific fingering if you want to know. It's written in the part, but it's 4, 3, 3, 2, and then shift down into third. 3, 2, low 2, 1, shift again. I'm not even sure if that's the fingering I use. I put that in for you. Maybe you would like it. Seems logical. If you have any questions about this section, this section maybe has the most personality of any of the sections, or dual personalities, right? And what are we looking for here? We're looking for a contrast to what we've done before, and a contrast within the section. We're looking to keep those D's really dark, and the notes that are on top kind of light, and very kind of sweet pecking sound. And the whole while we're aiming to kind of lull our audience into a false sense of, oh, isn't that sweet? And then we're going to kind of wake them up when we get to letter L. Remember to practice slowly, practice carefully, separate your practice. I know you're probably sick of hearing me say it, but it's the thing that I see most people do wrong, and they always want to know, why aren't I getting better? And the answer frequently tends to be, you're not getting better because you're playing, you're not practicing. So performing is really important, and practicing your performance is really important, but don't confuse it with really careful, slow practicing. Have fun, and I will see you for tutorial L.